Good afternoon and welcome to today's session on membership benefits of United SMEs by Mr. Vishal Shah. I am Prasanna, co-host of the event today. Let me introduce today's presenter, Mr. Vishal Shah, CEO and co-founder of Cinesoft Technologies. He is known as seasoned technology stalwart, an inventor of specific patented technologies, a writer, a serial entrepreneur, an investor, and most importantly, a go-to guy for MSMEs. This webinar is sponsored by Blackbox Cinesoft as it supports to the United SMEs. It is about understanding the benefits of United SMEs membership. This webinar is conceptualized for MSME owners. Mr. Vishal will introduce the concept of United SMEs, explain how United SMEs solve three serious problems faced by MSMEs. Following topics would be covered in the session. Get MSMEs united and leverage their bargaining power. Engage industry best professionals and make their service available to MSMEs on part-time retainership. Unlimited training programs for MSMEs to reskill and upskill their employees. If you have any questions while you watch this demonstration, kindly write in the question and answer tab in the bottom of your Zoom login. The panel will take up the question at the end of the session. Alternatively, in case you want to ask any question in the end of the session, you may please raise your hand and we shall activate your microphone to ask the question. Vishal sir, can you please take it ahead from here?
Thank you, Prasanna, for the introduction and giving a brief on the session which we are going to take today. And thank you all. Very good afternoon to all of you. It's a working day and you have been on this webinar that is so encouraging for us. When we had conceptualized United SMEs, we thought that how we will penetrate to the MSME sector. They are so fragmented, but now we have huge participation from MSME sector in every webinar we conduct. We started United SME 3 years ago and in a very unorganized way. Then over a period of time, we evolved ourselves and organized it. And now we are also offering the memberships, and members have exclusive benefits, and that is for what we have organized today's webinar. So today we are going to understand what are the membership benefits and what value it can add to your business. So basically, United SME is based on bargaining, sharing, and learning, and I will explain in due course. We follow or chase the mission unity of MSMEs, and we want to leverage the majority of the MSMEs. Last Saturday, I was representing Cinesoft as an award ceremony, and I received an award from MSME NSIC initiated event, and Cinesoft was selected as MSME of the year by NSIC. And while we were receiving the award, I realized that there were so many MSMEs along with me who also received the award. And they were basically, coming from places, and they were so fragmented that if they are united, they can really build a big bargaining power. They can share a lot of knowledge with each other, and together they can reskill and upskill their employees. So we will now get into the subject. And before that, I request Prasanna to start a poll. I would like to know the audience well so that I can very well adapt to it. So please give your inputs to this poll, please. So, as we see the results of the poll on the screen, 33% of the audience represent as an MSME owner, 33% as a general manager profile at MSME, and 33% are others. So, thank you, Prasanna. So now let us understand the basic reality, what we have observed and what actually encouraged us to conceptualize this entire organization. We call it United SME. So, you would also agree to, these points which are written on the slide, I will explain. We exist in millions. We SMEs exist in millions. We are so fragmented and scattered. Most of the SMEs are located in very remote places, and they are fragmented, they are scattered, they are too busy doing their own business. MSMEs are always purchasers with limited bargaining power. Let's say you want to buy a broadband connection, you would inquire to a broadband connectivity or ISP. That's how you are a loan purchaser and your requirement is small, so you have less bargaining power. We also require certain essential and critical services, and these services we require only on part-time basis because we cannot afford full-time resources. Sometimes we cannot retain the full-time resources also, and those could be CFO service, those could be uh, business consulting services, it could be digital marketing services, it could be many services for which we don't require a dedicated resource, but at the same time we require on day-to-day basis, on part-time basis. Also, we MSMEs compete on global standards, and we need continuous reskilling and upskilling of our employees. Most of us are subject to empanelments or certifications or audits by our customers or by government. And that is how we have keep the compliance, in a very, very high priority. At the same time, our employees also require continuous reskilling and upskilling programs. And most of us, we SMEs, are too busy and we hardly can really take care of it. So this is the reality of MSMEs, us, we exist in millions, we are fragmented and scattered, we are loan purchasers with very limited bargaining power. We require services on part-time basis because we cannot afford full-time resources, and it doesn't make sense in spending a lot of money on full-time resource because we require the services on part-time basis, and we need to continuously upgrade, upskill, or reskill our employees so that we can match the expectations of our customers. So this is the reality of the MSMEs. And before we go to the next point, which is a concept of United SMEs, I would like to explain how we have conceptualized. I would request Prasanna to launch a poll, so at least I get a feedback on all these points from you. So this poll was about challenges of being an MSME, and the question was, have you faced any challenge? I had explained 3-4 challenges. So 40% agree that we do not get competitive rates due to less quantity. 80% say that we cannot afford senior level full-time resources for some essential services. Yes, it's a pain area. and 40% agree that we need to upskill and reskill employees but cannot access or afford senior training resources. So this poll suggests that the next slides which I'm going to present are going to be very interesting for all of us, because we know the problem, and we would be keen to know the solution. So let us understand the concept of United SME first. So what United SME does, so it has a three-pronged approach to solving these particular problems. The first is United SMEs, for its members, it aggregates the requirements, then bargains with the brands on price as well as on the service, and then gets the best price and best service level agreements for its MSME members. And that is how we solve the problem of loan purchaser and limited bargaining power. Collectively, we have huge bargaining power, and we deserve that kind of bargained prices as well as SLAs. Another thing it does is it engages the best of the professionals from the industry, from finance, management, digital marketing, technology, and then it offers the time-based or time-sharing-based services to the MSMEs. So MSMEs don't have to really afford a full-time resource, senior resource, and they can actually connect with that particular resource for their requirements, which are not full-time requirements, which are part-time requirements. And the third thing we do is United SME engages the best trainers. We take a lot of feedback from our members, and we identify the areas where our members would like to upskill or reskill their employees. And accordingly, we engage the best of the trainers. We conduct live trainings. Remember, they are live trainings. They are not the videos. It is, of course, on a virtual platform, but they are the live training, interactive training. We conduct such trainings for our MSME members, and these training topics are very relevant, very current kind of topics, and they are very, very impactful topics which can be seen in the work of the employees after they go through the training. And not only that, but also we take the assessment test of each employee attending this particular training, and we report it to the companies so that companies would know, what are the skills of the employees and how they are reskilled or they are getting upskilled. So this is basically a concept of United SME. I request Prasanna to launch a poll so that we can understand the feedback of the people. So as we see the results on the screen, it was about concept of United SMEs, and question was what appeals the audience most. So concept of bulk sourcing on behalf of multiple MSMEs appeals 71% of the attendees. Concept of hiring Syrian resource and make them available on part-time basis has appealed 86% of the MSMEs, and concept of hop on hop off trainings has appealed 43% of the MSMEs. So let us understand these three services one by one, so that you will know it better, and you will understand what kind of value it can give to your business. So now we are going on a slide number 4. So basically, when we talk about quantity bargain and quality procurement service, we have identified that every MSME almost changes its computer and server infrastructure every 4 to 5 years. And that is a big capex for an MSME for changing computers, workstations, laptops. So here, what we do at United SME is we deal with the brands, and most of these brands like HP, Dell, they basically deal with large enterprises on a buyback business model where they buy back the old assets and supply the new assets in the procurement cycle of a large enterprise. So let's say there is a large software company and it actually changes or replaces its desktops with new ones, and the service provider and the vendor would give them a buyback offer. So they buy back this kind of computer system which we buy from these companies, and then we refurbish them. So we add new RAM, we add new hard disk, we add one SSD hard disk. We check those systems on many quality standards, and then we do refurbishing, and then it is made available to United SMEs members. And believe me, that saves approximately 60 to 70% of the cost, and all these computers are with genuine operating system license. Another is hybrid email subscription system. We deal with Google, Microsoft kind of vendors, and we make a very, very cost-effective email system. We call it hybrid email subscription. I will explain that in detail. So it saves approximately 70 to 80% of the email cost. We also know that antivirus is an essential service, and every SME spends on that on annual basis. So we bargain with very good brands and we get very good price. We also have started our own data center. We understand that now cloud backup is very important for MSMEs for off-premise backup. Sometimes their customers require also that their supplier has off-premise backup. So we have started our data center and we give it in a very, very cost-effective manner. So this is about the bargain quality procurement service, quantity bargain for quality procurement services. Now we'll understand each and every one by one. So first of all, it is about refurbished computer. So I have explained the concept, how we procure it, how we refurbish it. And then we have created a shop. I will share my screen and I will show you that just a moment. So this is the website of United SMEs. And here you will find one link called shop. So here you can click it and then you will see the desktops. So let's say these desktops are refurbished. It carries 1 year warranty and you can very well use these desktops, and they come with genuine Windows 11 or 10, whatever you require as an operating system. So this is about the refurbished computer systems provided by United SMEs. Now we will move to the next part, which is about hybrid email subscription. So let's say what we have understood is the MSMEs use emails, and they have two types of users for using emails. The first type of users are like owners or top management team who use very advanced level of features of the email system. And majority of the users, 75 to 80% of the users, they check their emails and they require only plain vanilla email system where they should be able to send emails. Most of the times, this is a kind of requirement. When MSMEs try to evaluate the services of Google and Microsoft, which are very good services, very secured services, they find it very expensive because they are supposed to be procured for all the users. So let's say if a Google very basic service costs 2,600 rupees, and let's say an MSME has 20 users, he has to spend 54,000 rupees per year on Gmail service. And that is very expensive. That sounds very expensive for MSMEs. So that they don't take it and they settle down to some substandard email system, and then they become the victim of cyber frauds. Now, what we do is we have created a hybrid email system where you can retain the same domain name and you can procure Google or Microsoft type of highly advanced email system only for your top management team. And for rest of the users, you can use the plain vanilla email system and your domain name will remain the same. So let's say 2,600 rupees you have procured for 3 to 4 users and spent 10,000 rupees with Google or Microsoft. And for rest of the 15 users, you have just paid 600 rupees per email box or 700 rupees per email box. So your total cost is 10,000 rupees for your Google services or Microsoft services, and maybe 9-10,000 rupees for rest of the users. So instead of 54,000 rupees, your cost is reduced to 20,000 rupees. Here you can satisfy the advanced level requirement of your top management users, as well as you can maintain and use the security of this advanced email system for all the users. And you don't pay for the features which are not going to be used by majority of the users. So this is the concept of hybrid email subscription. Then we will look at the data center part, where we have created the data center, and United SME also supplies the agent, software agent, which takes the backup of your servers or your critical computer systems. And that data backup happens on the United SME's data center. And the cost of this subscription is far less than what you would get from Google Cloud or from Amazon Cloud. And it makes it very cost effective. It is almost 60% less than these clouds. And you will get also a dashboard where you can see whether your server is backed up properly or not, your laptop is backed up properly or not. And whenever you want to restore this particular data, you can very well restore it also. So this is where United SME membership, includes this procurement of data center services at a very cost-effective rate. We also have a tie-up with McAfee, and we provide antivirus solution to as low as around 400 rupees plus GST per user per year. Normally, an antivirus cost around 1,000 rupees per user per year. So it is almost 60% saving. So this is about McAfee, and you can save a lot of recurring cost when you want to really make it. So this is about the procurement service, where we procure in bulk and we distribute it to our members at a price advantage. So it creates a win-win situation for all of us. So before I move to the next part, I would like to request Prasanna to launch the poll, please. So as we see the inputs on the screen, it is about bulk sourcing, and in which kind of bulk sourcing the attendees are interested is the question. So 29% of the attendees found computer workstation and servers interesting. 86% of the attendees got interested in email subscription services, 57% in antivirus, and 57% in cloud storage. In case you are interested in a specific service, you can connect with our convener, Prasanna, or coordinator, Mr. Raj Doshi, who can help you further with all the details, and you can explore it in details. So this is about uh, the procurement part. Now we will move to the services part. Services available on part-time basis, and then we will move to the training part. So now about the services. So, let us understand what kind of services an MSME would require on part-time basis and would not like to, have a full-time resource for that. MSMEs have HR people most of the times, but they are mostly specialized in payroll, compliance, PF, EPF. They don't have recruiters, and MSMEs have, very less number of recruitments happening in a year. So one of the service which MSMEs require on part-time basis is recruitment service. Another service is digital marketing services. MSMEs, they need to be present nowadays on social media and professional media like LinkedIn, or social media like Facebook or Instagram or Twitter. And they need to actually resort to bulk mailing and all that. So they need digital marketing services, but the content is not so much that they require a full-time person. Similarly, MSMEs require business consulting services. They require people who have vast experience in corporate, and they can help them in growth, basically growth of their own business. And they cannot afford such very highly, experienced professionals, but they require their advice on part-time basis. So this is one more service. And of course, MSMEs require training to reskill and upskill their employees. So we will see all these services one by one, and I will explain that to you and what is the value. So first of all, let us understand HR recruitment. As I told, most of the times MSMEs have an HR or admin person who basically is very good at payroll or TDS, EPF, ESIC, and compliances. But when it is about recruitment, they don't have a dedicated resource most of the times, and they don't need, because the recruitment is not around the 24/7. So here United SME can help. United SMEs have very good recruiters. United SME has also invested in portals like Naukri.com, Monster.com kind of portals. So MSMEs can give, or members of United SMEs can give the requirements that, okay, I need this kind of job profile. This is my budget. And the recruiter at United SME will identify the profile, pre-screen those profiles, shortlist those profiles, and then, arrange the interviews. And those who are shortlisted or selected, they can negotiate the salaries, and then recruitment can be completed, and that all can be done at a fixed price. We all know that mostly placement consultants charge one entire salary for a recruitment. We don't do that for our members. We do it only for 5,000 rupees per profile. So your recruitment cost is just 5,000 rupees per profile, and that is a huge advantage. Another service is digital marketing. MSMEs, whenever they want to expand their business, they nowadays, digital marketing is a buzzword and a very effective way of getting the leads, generating the leads, and reaching out to the places where we cannot really go physically. So digital presence is very important for MSMEs, and whenever they have any customers who are interested in their services, they are going to see their website, they are going to see their professional media pages or social media pages, and that is going to create lasting first impression. So it is very important for MSMEs now to be very active on digital marketing. What if I'm looking at some service provider or a product, and I see that their social media page is not updated for last 3 years. So sometimes it dilutes the brand, and sometimes those leads can be missed out. So MSMEs needs to be very actively managing their social media pages. They need to be doing email marketing. They need to be contributing to blogs and all that related to their products, services, technologies, industry trends. So what United SME does is it engages very, very smart and expert digital marketing experts, and MSMEs can avail their services on part-time basis. They can say that, okay, I need to post 12 times in a month, so around 3 posts in a week. I will give you some content brief, and then you can develop the content around it. So those posts can be done. Then MSMEs or members can tell ki, I want to run an email campaign on this kind of target segment, North America, electronics companies, or maybe South India, all all the companies who are into um, foundries, something like that. Then again, these experts can target and send emails and all that. They can also campaign on Gmail and sorry, not Gmail. They can also campaign on Google, in Google Display Network or YouTube or something else. So basically, this is how MSMEs can really be very active and build their own digital brand over a period of time. And this comes as a very fraction of a cost of a full-time person, because digital marketing is not about one person, it is about a team. You need a graphic designer, you need a campaign manager, you need an email writer or content writer, you need technology to send bulk mails, you need someone to run your Facebook campaigns, budget, keyword analysis, so many things. So such a team is available on part-time basis, and that is how MSMEs or members of United SMEs can really benefit from that. The next service is about business consulting services. So basically, most of the times at the top, the MSME owners are very alone. They want to do a lot of things in their organization, but many a times they don't have time, and that's the reason. Many a times they just carry on. So we have identified that there could be three different kind of programs where we can give them business consultancy service. So one is organization transformation program. It deals with a very character of an MSME. In MSME, roles, responsibilities, KRAs, KPIs are not generally, I'm saying, are not very well defined. Most of the times duties and responsibilities are so overlapping. Performance appraisal criteria are not very well set up. So this kind of organization transformation program, which could last from 6 months to 12 months, can help an MSME to define very objective KRAs, KPIs, very clear roles and responsibilities, can document their organization hierarchy, document a lot of processes. So that is one program which we run at United SME, and we engage very, very experienced resources who can help the MSMEs to do it, who have 20 years plus experience in MNCs and this kind of profiles. Another is digital transformation program. Most of the times MSMEs want to digitally transform their organization. They know what kind of software they require, but many a times implementation is a challenge. Like many MSMEs require or understand the benefits of CRM or ERP. They have some good ERP or CRM in mind, but when they procure it, it is a challenge for them to implement it. They need someone who can interface between the CRM or ERP or such a software provider and their users' requirement. And that is where we can engage an expert who knows the business well, who knows the technology well, and who can interface very well and complete this entire digital transformation or implementation of such software on time. So software of your choice, functions of your choice, requirements of yours can be very well understood by this kind of professionals, and they can help you implement, they can train your users so that they can make the best use of that particular software. And last is sales process re-engineering, where United SMEs have engaged the experts who can help you in managing your sales force, who can help you in designing the sales dashboard, who can help you in designing the KRA and KPI of the sales people, who can help you in devising the appraisal system or incentive systems for your salespeople. So this is about the business consulting services. In case you want to know more, this is a very wide and deep subject. So we can engage the experts who can understand your requirement and can help you with the timelines and the cost part. And believe me, it does not cost so much, because they are available to you on part-time basis. You get their expertise, experience, you benefit from that, but you don't pay for them for full time. Apart from that, United SME has, wide, very, very popular training programs. Uh, we have identified so many topics pertaining to soft skills, pertaining to industry management, pertaining to Industry 4.0, smart manufacturing, quality management. Now we have started a program on advanced Excel. It is very essential tool for every employee of the MSMEs, and we teach them how this Excel can be very well utilized. So all these training programs happen, every week, and there is a calendar. The members can register n number of employees. There is no limit on it, so we call it hop on, hop off training. So whenever you want, your employee can join the training. There will be an assessment, so you would know whether that employee had attended the training well, what kind of attention he or she had, and what kind of score they have got. So basically, United SME helps you in reskilling and upskilling your employees for contemporary topics which are required and which are expected by your customers also, and which are also the standards of the competition. So this is about the hop on, hop off around the year training. You can enroll as many employees as you want. You can enroll for as many trainings as you want. So as I have written here, it could be time management, communication skills, email etiquettes, conflict resolution, lead generation, email marketing, social media marketing, key account management. So many such trainings are happening, and they are all virtual, but they are live trainings. There is a live trainer, who trains, and these trainers are experts. They come with a lot of experience, and we get very good feedback and rating for these training programs. So this is about the membership benefits of United SMEs. Before I go to the next part of the slide, I would like to request Prasanna to launch the poll, please. So as we see on the screen, what kind of services you find essential. So 38% of the people are interested in recruitment type of services. 63% of the people may be interested in digital marketing services, 63% in business consulting services, and 50% in hop on hop off training. So yes, this is something which is really value added program for MSMEs, and it is worth. Um, so now I will help you with the membership charges and other details, which is there in the next slide. So we have kept it very moderate, and right now we are also running a kind of a scheme for this particular membership. So the registration charges are one-time cost, which is 5,000 rupees. You can register, you can um, have your entity created, membership created, and then the yearly charge is 20,000 rupees for all this. Now, with this 20,000 rupees, we are having a scheme right now. So if you pay 20,000 rupees as a yearly charge, you can get a credit of 20,000 rupees to avail any services of United SMEs. Of course, the trainings are free of cost. So in this 20,000 rupees, you get all the trainings free of cost for any number of employees. Let's say you want to recruit profiles, and let's say United SM is charging 5,000 rupees per profile, then you can utilize your credit of 20,000 rupees by availing the services. You can buy a computer system from this 20,000 rupees. You can buy profile recruitment or maybe digital marketing services. You can utilize this 20,000 rupees. So this is about the membership cost. And by the time so this is something which is very, very interesting, and you can really evaluate and become the member and avail all these benefits. So I would invite any questions, answers you have. We already have a few questions already written, so let me go through them and I will answer them. Meanwhile, if you have any questions, please write it down, or you can also raise your hand. We can unmute and you can ask your question. So the first question is from Mr. Srimali. Can you share list of professionals to who you engage? So yes, we it all depends on what kind of service you want. So let's say if you are looking at organization transformation program, we can engage someone who can interact with you. So when they interact with you, you would know them. So there is no specific list because the requirements are different. Every organization will have different requirement. So we prima facie, we understand the requirement, we identify the best possible resource, and then we engage. And accordingly, we quote, and accordingly, we do it. So these are not very, professional services are not very productized services. So after only understanding the services, the people who are going to engage can be decided. Another question is Mr. Naishad. We are looking for maintenance engineer, 3 years experience, degree, diploma. Yeah, so you can become a member, and you can give a job profile of the requirement, and our HR leads of United SME can actually help you with that particular profile, and you will not be paying one whole salary for the fees. You will only pay 5,000 rupees. Again, that can be taken from the credit you have got, and this scheme is for limited time. Yeah, any more questions? Yeah, Prasanna, I think Mr. Srimali has raised a hand. You can please.
Vishal bhai, Bhagwat here.
Yes.
Yeah. See, you have rightly said that for business consultancy, we need to look through the requirement of the businesses. Like you explained that if we want to implement ERP in our organization, then suitable person can work with us, and then he can engage with the service provider and our organization. So how much that cost will be there for engaging some business professionals or guide who can guide us?
Yeah, so basically, yeah, it's a very relevant question, and that should, determine what kind of value United SMEs can deliver. So what we do is, first of all, we identify the people who are very well qualified and who have worked in large enterprises in similar roles. So let's say we take example of digital transformation. In digital transformation, it could be ERP, it could be CRM. So then we identify a person. We already have such people on our platform. So we identify a person and then we ask them if they are available. If they are available, I mean, of course, availability issue is our management thing. So we make sure that such resources are available. Then we make them interact with the customer. It's a pre-sales or kind of pre-project kind of interaction. They understand. So normally this kind of services cost approximately 50,000 rupees to 60,000 rupees per month. And it could be a time bound thing, where the person would understand the requirement and the person would estimate the time required for doing it. And with the active participation of the expert and the teams nominated by the organization, these projects can be done in a very, very time bound manner. So around 50 to 60,000 rupees per month is for organization transformation program or digital transformation program or sales re-engineering program. If we take example of digital marketing, in digital marketing that costs 35,000 rupees per month, in which there would be 12 posts, 2 blogs, 1 email campaign, 1 campaign on Google, 1 campaign on YouTube, 1 campaign uh, uh, on Facebook. So there would be a campaign manager, designer, a team of people would be available. So that would be around 35,000 rupees. If we talk about some other services, which are not listed, of course, they can be worked out by understanding the requirement. But by our experience, if we go for organization transformation or digital transformation or sales re-engineering, it costs around 50 to 60,000 rupees. But yes, the person who engages with your organization, maybe his last paycheck was maybe 50 lakhs of rupees or 60 lakhs of rupees per year. So that kind of people, are, doing a lot of consulting and they're engaged with United SMEs. So I hope I could answer your question, Bhagwat bhai.
Yeah, Vishal bhai, a small supplementary question. Like you have said that for the digital marketing, all services are included. But suppose if we want to go for a specific service like website redesigning, or maybe for the uh, better Google lookup on the website. So basic website design services, can it be given? I think it is a consulting service for proper designing of the website.
I would tell you, we have good experience with this because now we have been doing it for so many people. So I'll tell you. So if you see this particular slide, what it includes, it will include, of course, redesigning would be a different project. But once you have already designed the website, the team which will handle your digital marketing will definitely optimize it. Okay, so one thing is you are designing the website, second you are optimizing the website.
Yeah, so I am looking for optimization.
Correct. So optimization, yeah. So optimization of the website is a continuous process, because it depends on the keyword and it depends on what kind of products you want to promote on over a period of time. So optimization of the website is part of this package. So as I told you, 35,000 rupees per month would be a part of this particular package where your existing website would be optimized and will be continuously optimized. Maybe every week it will be optimized with the feedback of keyword search report. There are so many advanced level reports also. So Ideally, it has two types of services. One is B2C service, another is B2B service. So as I know, Siddhi Engineering is into B2B, so they can opt for B2B. And in B2B, it would be 10 to 12 LinkedIn or Twitter, Facebook, 2 blogs, 1 email campaign, paid advertising. Now, when we talk about paid advertising, we have to select keywords. When we select the keywords, we have to optimize our website. So that is all done. So expert consultation on website optimization and updates is also available. So it is not like the expert will tell that you do this, that. No, they will do it themselves hands-on.
Okay, thank you, Vishal.
Yeah. Yeah. Any other question? Yeah, Prasanna, you can conclude. Meanwhile, if any question comes up, we will deal with it.
Thank you, sir. Um, Thank you, sir, for such a detailed and insightful and knowledgeable session. We hope you have learned and enjoyed the presentation. On behalf of UnitedSMEs team, I thank everyone for attending the session. Please fill the survey form, which you will get at the end of the session, to give us your valuable feedback. Thank you again.
Thank you very much. Thank you all. Thank you.